Hello. Today we're going to be making meringue cookies. This just turned into a baking channel. Not really. I am in no way a professional baker, and this is in no way a tutorial. This is just me baking. I'm just a girl. With that being said, what was I gonna say? I have my little cup of orange juice, and I'm ready to go. I gotta get my ingredients out first, because clearly nothing is prepped. I'm gonna need some bowls. What else do I need? The key ingredients are egg whites, 3 to be precise. I also need sugar, cream of tartar. I think that's all of our ingredients actually. Gotta get the whisk and its appropriate tongs. And then I also need to grow a few inches. If you notice that I got a few inches taller, it's because I'm gonna pull my hair back into a low pony, emulating our favorite founding fathers, and I'm gonna wash my hands. So the thing about meringues is that they're really easy. It's basically just baked egg whites with sugar. Last time I made them like 2 days ago because my mom had some extra egg whites from when she was baking. And then with those ones, we put chocolate chips inside them. But because I have no chocolate chips right now, they will be henceforth excluded. So today we're just keeping it traditional. I know drinking on the job is also not entirely appropriate, but they're for me. I need to separate my egg whites because according to every recipe on Google, a little bit of egg yolk will ruin your recipe. We're gonna do 2 bowls because I also read that if you do it in 2 separate bowls, it's easier to keep the yolks out. I'm gonna wash my eggs. Okay. Gonna attempt to separate the yolk. Am I doing a good job? I wish I could show you a little closer look at this, but I only have 1 camera. We have 1 yolk. Time for the second one. Oh, that was a bad crack. I'm scared that I'm going to accidentally break the yolk. Because when you break the yolk while doing this, it's kind of over for you. Get. Okay. I also don't want eggshell in there. Nice. And for the last egg, I know eggs are expensive right now, but I really felt the need to do this. Now that we have our yolk and our whites separated, I'm gonna set the yolk aside and probably eat that as a scramble for later. I'd say that was pretty successful because there are no yolks in this egg. Do you want to see? And there we have our beautiful yolk. I just had deja vu. I've done this before. This is something I've done. So the eggs also have to be at room temperature, and they're not really because they just came out of the fridge. So I'm gonna warm it up with my hands. I don't think this is working. We're gonna weigh out our sugar, 3/4 cup. Granulated to be exact. Perfect. Do you want to see? Wow. I also need measuring spoons because I need 1/8 teaspoon of cream of tartar. 1/8. I'm just gonna go with 1/4. We're just gonna go with that. Teaspoon of tartar sauce. Sauce? Cream of tartar. My bad. That's just gonna go right in there with our dry ingredients. Next, I'm gonna take a big bowl. All right, you guys, I'm gonna take this giant bowl. This is what we're gonna whisk our eggs in, all right? I'm gonna take my egg yolks. I'm gonna warm them up just a little bit more because I am a little scared that they're too cold. I'm gonna dump my egg whites into this bowl. Delicious. And then I'm going to preheat my oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to beat these eggs and then gradually add my sugar. note that I need to be beating these eggs until they form... I have the hiccups. What I was going to say is that I need to beat the eggs until they form stiff peaks. We have a little bit of ways to go. But the oven's ready. Looks like a stiff peak to me. That looks good. Nice. Enough of that. Do you want to see? There she is in all her glory. I present to you 2 pans and parchment paper. I don't have a piping bag. I think normally people use piping bags for these. I used to have piping bags. I feel like ages ago when I used to make macarons. You know, the ones where they're like, you know what a macaron is. But because I don't have any piping bags, I'm gonna be using a spoon today. Works just as good. I feel like to me, it works just as good, but to others, if you want it to look a little bit prettier, you'll wanna use a piping bag. And then I'm just gonna try to shape it with the spoon too to make it look prettier. Because I'm not gonna try to make them look ugly. I do want them to look pretty to some extent. They just need a little shaping.
It just needs a little shaping.
I'm debating whether to take you closer to get you a better look at this. I think I will. Come closer. Yes! Chest. That's so small. So that last one might burn, I don't really know, but we're just gonna go with it. But it is now time to put them in the oven. Yeah! And so I just set the timer for 45 minutes, so I will see you then.
A few moments later.
Welcome back. It has been 45 and a little bit more minutes because I had to let it cool down in the oven. But I'm gonna go take them out now. Here's tray 1. Here's tray 2. Let's try these. Yeah, so they recommended, they being the recipe online, recommended that I leave them in the oven for about 30 minutes after they're done baking. But I'm gonna give it a little try. Oh, cute! Oh my gosh. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Come closer. I'm gonna do a little bit for you, okay? I'm gonna do a little ASMR. We'll see if you can even hear this in the first place. I know you couldn't hear that because I could barely hear it myself, but they taste really good. I'm gonna try the small one too. Ooh, let me get a little closer. I fear this is the size I should have made them in the first place because these are way too big. They're just way too big in comparison. Here's a better look.
Wow.
And yeah, thanks for joining me along and making these. I hope you enjoyed the process. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye! End credit ASMR.